So guys, recently read this article with Scott Melker. He did an interview with Kevin O'Leary, the Shark Tank guy. Found out that the guy actually has 20% of his net worth in cryptos, and that is his limit. And I just want to touch upon the point that it is always good to have a number. My number is 50%. 50% of my net worth is in crypto, but for him, it's 20%. And most of it is in Bitcoin and Ethereum, but he also has a bunch of money in other alts like, Polygon, HBAR, Helium. But not only that, he also is a big watch collector. And he sees the use case of NFTs being able to help validate the genuineness of his watch collection. Now, the guy has not heard about Vechain yet because Vechain does exactly that. They fight against counterfeiting, and Vechain's technology helps validate the genuineness of products. So I really feel that if you're in Vechain and Kevin looks into that, you're in luck because it's probably going to blow up. Now, that short intro there was just to tickle your Elmo. Really, what I want to talk about today is about risk management because I want to touch upon that point because Kevin has 20% of his net worth in cryptos, right? And that's the limit. He's not going to go over that limit, which I think is a very disciplined approach. By the way, if you haven't already, please smash the like and subscribe button because I always ask that in the beginning of this video. And where are we? We're in the beginning of the video. So we know that he allocates most of his crypto money into Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that the altcoins that he invests in, all of them have something in common. They all have use case. And that's what I want to get across here. Don't over leverage. Don't go and mortgage your house to buy something like Shiba Inu or Doge because that's not going to get you anywhere. Most likely it's going to get you down. And have a number, right? My personal number is 50%. That means that 50% of my net worth is actually in cryptos. The other 50, because I still hold a job, is in my Roth 401k. It's already taxed so that when I take money out of that Roth 401k, it's not going to get taxed again. And that's the main thing to go for Roth 401ks over traditional 401ks if you didn't know that. Because with the 401k, if you're employed, you're likely going to get an employer match for your 401k. And that is just free money you don't want to leave on the table. Now, of that 50% that I have in crypto, I would say that about 85% of that is in either Bitcoin and or Ethereum. That will leave me with 15% to play with that's actually in altcoins that I like. Now, those are numbers that work for me. You can have your own allocation. It doesn't have to be 85 or 15. It could be like 90-10, maybe 60-40, which is also a good rule. Anything that's up to you, that makes you comfortable, that makes you think, all right, if I have this sort of portfolio and it all goes to crap on the next day, yeah, I'm still going to be able to sleep fine. All of that is really just risk management because I really feel that not a lot of people go through clearly enough how to do risk management, and people just over leverage their house and sell their first kid in order to get into Dogecoin, which right now, because Elon bought Twitter, might have been a very good play, but if Elon didn't buy Twitter, might have been a very bad play. So when it comes to tickling Elmos, this article really tickled my Elmo. And really, it says that Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary and VO's large crypto portfolio say he's accumulating Solana, Polygon, and 3 additional altcoins. So he did an interview with Scott Melker, like I said at the start of this video, and he really highlighted that the smart contracts platform Solana, Ethereum scaling solution Polygon, Hedera Hashgraph, and decentralized exchange Serum, Internet of Things focused network Helium are some of his favorite projects. And guys, just want to mention that if you haven't checked out Noble IoT, check them out in the pinned comment below because they're a company that leases helium miners, and helium miners are very hard to come by. It took me like more than a year to get my own helium miners. Well, at the time, I was just mining with Noble IoT, so they're a legit company, they're very genuine. And if you can get a helium miner from them, then you're going to be making passive income for doing nothing. You don't have to outlay any cash. They just lease you a helium miner and you split profits with them. You taking 20%, they taking 80%. Why did they take so much? It is their miner after all. So I think that they're a pretty good deal when it costs you no money to make money. So check them out in the pinned comment below. So here's something interesting that he says. He says that he looks at it and say to himself that all of this going on with crypto is software innovation. Bitcoin is not a coin, it's software. And he's lucky enough to meet these development team all over the world that he can invest them privately. And he just put a whack of cash into Polygon, HBAR, Solana, Serum, Helium, and he has like 32 positions apparently. But the problems with blockchain right now is that they aren't able to scale to worldwide adoption, right? We're still on layer 1. And he says that high throughput chains like Solana and layer 2 solutions like Polygon have massive potential, and that's when he started making bets on Solana, where you can get like 100x productivity. So why he thinks that Solana and Polygon are going to be successful and successful businesses is that there's a problem right now, and that is really scaling blockchain to millions of users. So that is the big problem, and these companies like Solana and like Polygon are solving these problems, and that's where the success comes in. And the inability to scale to users, that is reflected by gas fees, because if you take a look at Ethereum gas fees, usually they're pretty insane. So investing in something like Polygon that can dramatically lower those gas fees, scale to millions of users, is what Kevin is hoping for right now. And this is not a short-term play. This is not a short-term flip. He is aiming for the long term. Now, the real main problem with crypto is that there isn't really any regulations. That's why all the institutions, all they're buying, and it's not even that much, are Bitcoin, right? There's only 2 companies right now, which is MicroStrategy and Luna Foundation Guard, in charge of Terra Luna, that are really buying up all the Bitcoin because they're not worried about the regulations. Kevin O'Leary really makes a good point because he compares traditional tech companies to cryptos. He says that if you're willing to buy a Facebook, a Google, a Microsoft, that's all software. And the metaverse is just software. So I'm starting to take positions in some of these big platforms where the metaverse is going to live, like in Polygon, HBAR, and Ethereum. Bitcoin itself is just a software. It's not a coin. I keep telling people that if you're willing to invest in traditional softwares as a service companies like Microsoft, why aren't you investing in Ethereum? Why aren't you investing in Polygon and HBAR and Helium and all of these different platforms? So here we are, we're making this video, and I just want to go into story mode. So if you ever have that friend that is a smart guy, you know, they're software engineers, they make a bunch of money, but they don't believe in cryptos, and you're wondering, what? Well, it's just a thing that they are not educated about it, right? They're willing to invest in things like Facebook, Google, Microsoft, and they're all tech companies. But what's the difference between these tech companies and cryptos? Nothing. It's just the education that they are missing is what is preventing them from getting over the wall to getting started with crypto. And that is exactly what Kevin O'Leary talks about, right? All these people, they're going to be missing out on the biggest wealth transfer in the world, in the history. And they're going to be missing that just because they're not willing to get themselves educated. And once things are accepted, crypto is accepted, they're going to be FOMOing in and buying at the highs when we bought at the lows. For my VRA family, here's something subtle about this article about what O'Leary said that made me think that VRA will blow up. And that is basically his comment that the metaverse could change the course of marketing products and brands. If you believe the next 3 to 5 years when things continue to move online, particularly experiential advertising, you're going to find that in the metaverse where it's going to manifest itself in gaming first, and so we're going to see a lot of gaming happen, and esports is a big part of that. I think this is the direction it's going in. That short comment from somebody who made $1 billion company, sold it for $1 billion, is why we should be bullish about gaming esports, right? Because there's so much marketing potential there. And who is the company, the project that is really the only project that is attacking that niche? Veracity. As far as I know, VRA, Veracity are the only ones that are attacking that niche. And it's only VRA that is attracting all the eyeballs. And once they have those eyeballs in possession, it's probably going to be a piece of cake for them to move them over to advertising anywhere, like in the metaverse, because they're already customers. So if you haven't checked out my Veracity playlist, make sure to check that out here, because if you don't know what it is, that playlist explains everything that you need to know. Other than that, don't take this as an endorsement for any of the projects that I mentioned, any of the projects that O'Leary mentioned, because you should always do your own due diligence and do your research before investing into any cryptos, because you shouldn't just listen to that Asian guy on YouTube, because chances are he's going to be wrong. You know, most Asian guys, you should copy them when it comes to math, not this Asian guy, because whether you're copying me for math or for crypto picks, yeah, 90% of the time, you're probably going to lose your money. So make sure to make your own decisions. And once you've got that done, be sure to also smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Check out these other videos on cryptocurrencies and passive income. And remember, guys, keep working, keep building, keep inspiring. See you next time.